Welcome back to the Gymcraic Podcast. Hope you've all been doing very well. I am here live from my bedroom. I hope the sound audio quality is okay because it sounded very echoey when I was practicing it while ago. But I am here today to talk about something that I feel is taking over way too much time in my life and I need to get rid of it. And that is social media. So I am planning to go 100 days without social media. Now, why 100 days? Because truthfully, anything that I've seen to have done before that requires a lot of effort and a lot of consistency, it always kind of rings 100. Like before I've walked 100 kilometers in 24 hours. I've ran 100 miles in 24 hours. I've walked 10,000 steps a day for 100 days. I've ran marathons. I've done an Ironman. I've conquered a lot of things. And I always feel that social media takes over my life far too often. And I have tried to curb it, and I might do like, 1 week or 2 weeks of social media here or there. But it is the last couple of weeks while I've been at home. I'm actually still in Ireland as we speak. It is St. Patrick's Day. So I thought it was a good day that if St. Patrick's Day can get the snakes out of Ireland, then Adrian Allen can get social media out of his life. And that's exactly what I am going to try and do. So I'm not going to hold you too long today. This is just something that I feel that, needs to be done. I have tried to give up social media before, but I'd only do it for like a week or 2 weeks and then I'd be back to it again. But I am wasting an awful lot of time on it and it's kind of taken over. I think the fact that I've been at home the last 8 weeks and I've had a lot of time in my hands, I'm at home a lot. If I'm not at home, I'm in the gym or I'm out running. But while I'm sitting at home, a lot of the time does be spent on social media, just scrolling, basically, just being a waster. And it was something that I was like, okay, do you know what? This week it kind of came to head. I was like, shit. My average time on the phone was Jesus, nearly like 3 hours a day, not just on social media, but a lot of it would have been on social media. And I was like, yeah, no, this can't continue. So, it's a case of even if you if it was like 1 to 2 hours a day, a lot of people are doing 2 hours a day on social media. That's the thing. And I've even ran the numbers because I was like, this needs some serious attention. And if you were to do 30 minutes a day on social media. No, that's very easy to do. You could be sitting at home scrolling, sitting on the couch, talking to your partner, scrolling half an hour before you go to bed, wasting 30 minutes of sleep time when you could have actually been sleeping. You could have been reading. You could have been gone out for a walk. You could have been doing mobility. There's 101 different things that we could be doing with our time, but we choose to waste it scrolling, watching other people's lives on social media. So 30 minutes a day, it's 182 hours in the year. 182 hours. That means that if you only did 30 minutes a day on social media, by the end of the year, you would have wasted 7.5 days of your life. And that's only on 30 minutes a day. If you were to do 1 hour a day, it's 365 days of the year. That is 15 days of the year. Days, that's like, when I say the days, I'm talking about the 24 hours in a day that you are covering. And if you were to do 2 hours a day, that's 728 hours. That is 30 days of the year in total. I'm pretty sure a lot of us will hold our phone in our hands for 2 hours a day, every day. You know what I mean? No matter what we're doing, checking social media, playing on other apps, checking the news. What else could you be doing this? Checking your sleep. Some things are good for the phone, obviously, banking, checking how much money you have, spending money, online shopping, not so good. And there's all these other things that we could be doing that we aren't. And I'm just gonna try and really kick it in the balls, basically. Just I say 100 days because I feel like I've got to set myself a target. I've got to set myself a target that's gonna like challenge me as well. And I have set some guidelines and rules around how I'm gonna do it. So I've made a thing on Canva. It's a little 100-day tracker. And I just have 100 days of social media, no 100 days of no social media, and then I will tick it off every single day. I can't post about it on social media because I'm not going to be on social media. And a lot of the time I think to myself, what do I need social media for? And I always think, it's to grow the podcast. It's to show what I do with my workouts. It's to show, like, when I say show, I just post basically just what I run. Like, I'd never post gym, any gym workouts or anything. I've stopped all that. I just haven't done it. But I'd love to do it, but I spend more time thinking about doing it than I actually do doing it. So I was like, it's just taking up too much mental bandwidth, tell you the truth. And if it's such thing that I do go back to work in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm back to Australia, then I feel that it's just something that I don't want to be using regularly at this moment in my life when things are, you know, times are still tough, believe me. So I need to just try and curb it a small bit. But yeah, I made a 100-day tracker. There is two rules. Rule number one is that you cannot miss 2 days in a row. Now, the truth is, if I go on social media, I basically mess it up. But I, for me, it's like, yeah, like, no, not even going to 2 days in a row, because that kind of, you're either off it or you're on it. So I'm completely off it. And if it's such thing I do somehow slip into, yeah, I suppose there has to be this thing where I'm probably going to be on my laptop and I might click something and it might open Instagram or some shit like that, or Facebook. But if that does happen, then that's a day that I missed and that I can't let it happen 2 days in a row. And 3 days or three strikes and then it's over. But I am going to try and go completely, especially Facebook and Instagram. They're the two biggest ones for me. And I don't use Snapchat really, tell you the truth. I'm not on TikTok, but yeah, it's just those two that I really tried to remove. So, if you're looking for me, it's going to have to be on email or you're going to have my WhatsApp number. And there's just, there's so many things that come with it. And I just kind of have a top 10, a kind of a list of 10 things that I feel what are the benefits of going off social media. So for me, it's more free time. It's more free time to be doing the things that I actually should be doing, that I want to do. Like, I always complain about my mobility. Even if I did 10 minutes a day of mobility, then I'd be more flexible. I wouldn't have so many lower back issues or feel the pain that I kind of feeling recently because I'm doing a lot of training. And, I could have spent time maybe learning a new skill, studying. I could be spending more quality time with my partner. That is a big thing for me as well. I haven't seen my girlfriend for nearly 3 months now. And when I go back, quality time is going to have to be quality time because I'm also away from her every second week. And that is a big thing. I was like, and it just like even to do simple things together, like go for a walk, no phone involved, spending time at home, like, scrolling on social media. I do it a lot. Like I lie on the couch, she comes in, she sees me lying on the phone, like, cause an argument, like, what are you doing? Wasting your time. It's just something that I feel that needs to have a lot more attention. So more free time basically is in no particular order was number one. Number two, better mental health. So again, having gone on social media, looking at what other people are doing, seeing all the amazing things they're doing with their lives or not doing with their lives, and just like, having to take all that in. I feel like focus on myself. Like if you can focus on yourself and do the work that you're meant to do, then you will reap the rewards of it. So better health, mental health, not looking at what other people are doing, just focus on myself, do the things I want to do. And, maybe in 3 months' time, then if I feel that it is worth it, then, you can reintroduce it. But I know what will happen when you reintroduce it. It'll just be down the rabbit hole again of looking and wasting time when you could have been, setting the habits in place to do what it is you need to do. And, whatever that might look to you, like you start to walk more. Maybe you start to go to the gym more. Maybe you start to study more. Maybe you start to do more yoga practice. Whatever it is you want to do, then you must think about how much time do you really waste on your phone that you could be doing that. So that was number two. Number three, improve focus and productivity. Now, it'll go without saying, no social media it should make you a lot more productive. It's like, I haven't done a podcast for 3 weeks since Danny's one. And already today, I'm thinking about how much more productive I am. I've been writing notes on what will I actually wrote. It was more so, these weren't notes for the podcast. They were more so like a note, a reminder to myself of what it is the benefits are that I don't go on social media. And it just gives you a stronger mindset. You're more focused, you're more productive, you're thinking about what you should be doing, you know what you shouldn't be doing. Because it's been very easy now to be like, no, I don't need to record a podcast today. I'll just go on social media. And it's like a delayed gratification. Going on social media makes me feel good for the next 2 hours. But then I think about shit, I could have actually recorded a podcast in the last 2 hours if I wasn't fucking around. So that is a massive part. Number four, stronger real life relationships. That goes for my partner. That goes for my friends. We see too much of what all our friends are doing on social media that we don't bother to check in on them. Like, when is the last time you actually messaged any of your friends? And I myself included. When is the last time I actually messaged someone and asked him how he genuinely was? I actually haven't done it for months, I'd say. God's honest truth. A lot of people have checked in with me. God's on they have, which is nice. But I actually haven't reached out to too many people in the last couple of months. And even I got a message on Instagram last week from a guy that works at Movement Co., which is the mobility gym that I used to go to. And it was just like, he said, I'm genuinely reaching out to people because I don't do enough of it and it's something I want to improve, whether like he had obviously had that realization that he isn't doing it enough, maybe, you have to think about the fact that yes, he messaged me, but he would have done the same kind of message to the guy the day before, but he's checking in on people and it's fine. Obviously you don't want to like copy and paste the message and just send it to all your friends. Well, you could do that. At least you've thought of them in some aspect. But it's nice to be, I suppose, in a way, it's just nice to be authentic and real and genuinely check in and to see how people are. But stronger real life relationships. That means when I catch up with my friends, I can ask them the questions. But what have you been up to recently? Because I haven't seen nothing on social media, or they can ask me because I post a lot of the stuff that I do. Like, everyone's well aware that, I run a lot. Everyone's well aware that I'm into health and fitness. What people probably don't realize recently is that I've been going to the gym 5 days a week in my spare time. I actually, for some reason, I just don't post about the gym, even though this is a Gymcraic podcast. When I go to the gym last year, there wasn't much in the way of the gym, but when I go to the gym, I never post about my workouts. Like, they are pretty boring. But it's just something I have never really gotten into. But like, the conversation could be, tell me about what you do in the gym. Whereas if I posted it on Instagram, people already know what I'm doing in the gym, or whatever the case may be, or what it is I've been up to. I've been in Ireland about 8 weeks. I haven't exactly been, down at the beach posting pictures or anything like that, or, showing the amazing life that I'm living at the moment, which isn't very amazing, but I'm living my life. But it's, it's difficult at the moment. And I think when I don't want to be portraying to anyone that what's happening is easy, because it definitely isn't. But some people on social media will show a different side to what's going on. I will tell you on the podcast because this is my way of kind of dealing with it and speaking about it. But yeah, it's just, I feel that I will have stronger real life relationships with my friends, with my partner, and with everyone else. And even, that goes for me when I meet my friends as well. I would not have seen what they've been up to. Number five, and this is real important to me, better sleep. And I wrote down, and the sex life. Okay. Better sleep and a better sex life, because I do feel, sleep and sex go together. And the other side of it is, if I'm not spending time on social media at night time before I go to bed, then I'm going to get a better night's sleep, because I'm not having any anxiety about looking at what's going on, not having the phone in my face, that blue light in your face late at night. And the other side of it is, you're getting up in the morning and you're not picking up your phone first thing in the morning. And I've said this before, like, picking up your phone first thing in the morning is like letting 10,000 strangers into your bedroom. So the sleep aspect of life, I've been pretty bad at my sleep routine the last 8 weeks. I've only kind of got a grasp of it the last 2 weeks, where like I've kind of straightened it out. I have been working with Dennis Mack, who's an online coach, and the accountability has been massive for me. I know what I should be doing, but am I doing what I know I should be doing is the other thing. And it's until you have that accountability and you tell them, I'm actually going to go to bed at 10:30 this week. That's my goal for this week. The week before, I'm going to actually drink 3 liters of water each day, whereas I wasn't drinking. Like, but when I tell someone that I'm going to do it, then I'm going to do it. So that's why a big part of today's podcast is that I'm telling you I'm going to do it. So I have to do it basically. And I am going to do 100 days of no social media. But I did say there, better sleep, better sex life. I know, I just think if I give my partner more attention in the house before we go to bed, then there's more chance of you having a better sex life, and it will, I think, just the relationships you build with people and everything else with that, it's bound to improve. Number 6, less comparison and more confidence. So again, you're always comparing yourself to what other people's lives are like. Oh, look, he ran 4 minutes per kilometer for 21 kilometers. Oh, look, she's on holidays. Oh, look, he has an amazing job. Oh, look, they have an amazing family. It's everything I want. I'm comparing myself all the time. You're comparing yourself to what other people are doing with their lives when you could be out there focusing on doing what you need to do with your life and not worry about everyone else. So the comparison is a massive thing. And more confidence. Look, I don't think I lack confidence in a sense, but for a lot of people, it could be a confidence issue, is that you're seeing things that are bringing you down and you don't know how to deal with that really. And a lot of that comes from social media. But again, it's the work we need to do with ourselves is that we're not doing it. We're not doing it enough. And that way we're anxiety, we're stressed, we're overwhelmed, all these big words, that do make it harder for us to move on with our lives and do the things we want to do, because we're spending too much time, again, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours a day on the phone, looking at what other people are doing is not going to benefit you or your life in any way, shape, or form, unless you have a business on Instagram and you are making a killing. Well, then fair enough. That is more power to you, to be honest with you. If I was making any money off Instagram, I'd be on Instagram. But when I'm not making any money, I might as well be on OnlyFans down the road. Tell you the truth. So that is number 6. Number 7. Number 7 was actually, I actually changed that. It was a greater sense of purpose. Again, you know, not being on social media and doing the things, like I always bring it back to just me recording my podcast. I hate when I say I should. I could be recording more podcasts, but I am certainly, wasting my time on not doing it. And then it doesn't give me, I know when I record these that it gives me purpose. I get to write the notes for the podcast. It gets me thinking. Then I have to come up and turn on the laptop and plug in the microphone and record the episode. Then I have to go from this today. Now I'm like recording it on video and I'm just standing in my room, but I'll have to upload it onto YouTube. Then I'm going to have to upload it onto Spotify and write a little description and then send it out to the world. So it's very creative. I love the creative aspect of recording podcasts, and that is definitely a big part of my purpose, is to do this. So number 8, greater emotional stability. I think that kind of goes with the comparison and confidence kind of side of things, but it is definitely, you're not getting up in the morning looking at the phone, what's everyone's doing. Like, trust me, it's hard. Like, I honestly believe 100 days off social media is going to be really difficult, to tell you the truth, because I will be thinking about what other people are doing. But if I really give a shit about what they're doing, I'll ring them. And, the other side of it is when I see what other people are doing, and if I'm at work on a mine site for a week, or if I'm, not having a great time with my training and I'm watching other people, then it's not really going to benefit me very much, and like I obviously love, like, the whole purpose, I think, of social media is that you can add value and to other people's lives. But to be honest with you, I don't even feel like I'm adding that. So what is the point of me being on it if I was actually showing up every day making a video, a 1 minute video or something, and telling you, go get it, this is what you need to do today to improve your life, but I'm not doing it. So if I'm not adding any value to your life on social media, then I'm not adding value to my own life. So that is another reason why, I feel now is the right time to do it. Increase creativity. Number 9, again, that is the fact of I might read more, I might record more podcasts, I might, what else did I say? I'll have a lot more mental energy, tell you the truth. Might actually enjoy going to work each day. Might have more time to go to the gym and not waste time going to the gym. So it's all this increased creativity that you might have. You might learn to play guitar. You might learn to. Another thing I came across recently was learning to type on the laptop because I use my two fingers, left index finger, right index finger, and I do feel that I need to. I think with the way the world is going, I need to learn how to type properly. And with 10 minutes a day for 365 days a year, I guarantee you'll be typing like an absolute expert by the end of it. And that's definitely something that I would like to improve. But there's all these skills that we don't realize that we could be doing that we aren't doing because we are wasting so much time. And I say we, I'm not saying you're guilty of it, but I know that I am very guilty of it. And it's an awareness piece on my part to be like, no, something has got to change. And you could say like not to do cold turkey, but at the same time, I feel that you kind of it's either on or off. Like some people don't have a problem with it, and that's great. But I do realize that I do have a problem with it, and it's something that I do actually have to try and fix. And then number 10, last one, is just living more in the present moment. It's kind of goes without saying, like I get battered some days. My sister is always giving me shit. She sees me on the phone. She's like, I'll be more present. I was like, leave me alone. But it's triggering because I know that I'm not being present around people if I'm thinking about, oh, I wonder what I can post on Instagram. Oh, I wonder if I should record this so I can post it later. Like I have about 20,000 videos in my phone and photos, and 500 of them have made it onto Instagram. You know what I mean? So like I don't know what I would be doing half the time when I am recording things because they don't go anywhere. And it's just to be more present with people that I come and hang out with. Like when I get back to Australia, I only have 6 days of where I actually meet people because I'm away for the other 8 days. So in that 14 days, I see people for six. So I do want those 6 days to be valuable with my partner, with my friends, and with everything that I do. I don't want to be sitting at home for 2 hours on a Wednesday morning scrolling on social media because I'm back in Perth from work and being like, oh yeah, I'll just sit at home because I have so much time this week to do nothing. That is definitely not the case. So that's kind of that's the what I'm going to try and do. I know usually everything around the Gymcraic podcast has usually got to do with health and fitness, but it's mindset, it's values, it is accountability, and this is what it is for me, is just being, let's just go for it and try and do it. So starting from today, which is the 17th of March, um 17th of March, 100 days gives me to the 25th of June 2025. And like I said, I have done up this 100 days no social media. So I won't be posting this on social media. I will just be putting it out to the world. I will try and get more podcasts done. If you actually do want this 100 days no social media, like I'm not getting anyone, Jesus, I'm not going to try and convince anyone to join me. I got to do this for myself. But if you want the sheet and you want to try and do 10 days, then email me for the sheet, adrianallencoaching@gmail.com. adrianallencoaching@gmail.com. I will email it to you, and you can again fill it. You can start, you can do 10 days, you can do 20 days, you can do one day. I don't care what you want to do. But if you want to do it, you are more than welcome to join me, and then you can just message me, email me. If there was a couple of people that wanted to do a couple of days or a couple of weeks, or if you want to jump in at any time and you want to do a week, then by all means, it would be great. At least I know that there'd be someone else with me to keep me accountable. I don't expect anyone to do 100 days, but there might be benefits to it. I have written down actually on one sheet. I did it through Canva. See, my creative side yesterday was flourishing when I was doing this, and I have done. You have your 100 days, and you can mark them off. It's 0 to 100, and you can just cross it off. And then on another page is the reasons why, or the top 10 reasons why I have chosen to do this, or that you might choose to do it. Gives you a bit more context, and gets you thinking a little bit more. So that's basically it for today. Hope you've all been doing well. Nice, short, and sweet. I am going to try and do podcasts that are a lot shorter because everything is usually a lot longer. And obviously, the interviews I want to continue. But this is just something for today that I wanted to get out there. Give it a go. 100 days of no social media. And like I said, if you do want to join me for any of those days, please let me know and I will send it to you. Not a problem. This podcast is available on Spotify, it is available on Apple, and this video is going to be available on YouTube. Now, take no notice of the surroundings. I'm in my bedroom. I'm standing up, talking into my microphone. The creative side of me, see, I love this whole creative side of things. It kind of goes with the, are you consuming or are you creating? I wrote this on Instagram the last day, and it was like, I'm definitely consuming a whole lot more than I am creating. So the whole point of this is to be creative. Just recorded on Zoom today, and I am just standing in my bedroom. Takes a lot more effort to do it, but again, it gets me thinking and it gets me in front of the camera, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, if you want to watch it, go on YouTube. If you want to share it, you can share it. You can tag me on Instagram and all the rest of it, but also remember, I can't share it, but that's okay. But let me know you're listening. Let me know that you enjoyed these episodes. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please just let me know. Absolute legends, take care. Have a good week. And I will talk to you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye bye.